Hi, my name is Jan. Welcome to Butterfly Tracks. This is my 3-month anniversary. I've actually been on the road for 3 whole months. Doesn't sound like very long for some of you, I suppose, but it's all new to me. I did some new things today, and this will sound funny to some of you too who go on ferries all the time, but this is the first time I've driven a car onto a ferry and rode across a body of water. I'm not sure where I am. I'm supposed to be going to Galveston. This looks like this could be a ferry. Boarding a ferry? Well, okay. That might be fun. Hope it's not expensive. Well, isn't this nice? I'm going to take a ferry across to Galveston, and it's free. Susie's not so sure about it. Hey, girls. Okay, let everybody see you. There's Susie. Your face is dirty. Hey, Coco. We were at the beach this morning. It was windy. Hey, girls. Ready to go across on a ferry? They've never done this before. Susie. Coco. One of the things that I'm going to Galveston for is to go to the PetSmart and get some grooming supplies for these girls. And I lost their seat belts, so I got to get new seat belts for them. This is also the first time I've ever driven a car on a beach. See that beach behind me? I'm going to stay here till sunset. I could camp here, but I'm a coward. It's kind of lonely out here. I suppose there could be a lot more vans come out. And if they did, maybe I'd feel more comfortable. But right now, this is a long stretch of nothing. And that sounds ideal to some of you. But I'm not there yet. It's only my 3-month anniversary. Just give me a chance. Beautiful beach. A lot of wind. See? Been out in the wind. And I'm going to wait until sunset. I'm going to take some pictures, take you out with me. It's going to be too windy to talk out there. You wouldn't hear me, I'm sure. But I definitely want to watch the sunset here. I might stay long enough to see some stars, too. There goes a car. Yeah, driving right on the beach. You don't do that in very many Florida beaches. I think I'll probably go back to Love's Travel Stop tonight. I feel really comfortable about sleeping at a Love's. I always call ahead for reservations. I feel like if they told me it's okay to stay there, then it's okay for me to stay there. I got a reservation. Cracker Barrel had been my favorite for a long time because they do welcome RVers. And I've felt comfortable there when there are a lot of other RVs. But it's not 24 hours. And they close, and if there aren't any other RVs around, it's not the most comfortable place, at least to me. So truck stops to me are my new favorite, and Love's so far has been really great. I had a comment on one of my videos asking what I was going to do while I was waiting for winter to pass so that I could take my trip out to California and to the redwood trees. And I actually went down the coast, the west coast of Florida, so I'm going to talk to you about some of those adventures on the west coast of Florida. First, I want to show you about the back of the minivan, what I've found as solutions. And I'm going to start with, I think, one of the cutest things. Toucans, in keeping with my tropical theme. This is just actually a bathing suit cover-up that can be worn as a sarong, you know, wrapped around different ways. And I have hung it across the hatch opening in the back in front of my kitchen with magnets. You can see these little magnets here. You can use just one magnet at a time. Sometimes I use 2 or 3 magnets, and it seems to me it's a little stronger if you use several of them together. This helps keep out sun, depending on the direction that you're facing. It certainly helps with bugs, and it's good for privacy too. One of the nice things about a car with a hatch is that it really forms an awning for you. If you're cooking in the back or even just sitting out back like this, it's a nice place to sit in the shade or even protection from the rain with the hatch open. I also have a white sheer curtain that would work well for a mosquito net across here too. Now that's for daytime use, the toucans. It's good for privacy too, but you could see light coming through it if you're wanting to use it for stealth camping. You definitely could see light. And on that subject, I had someone tell me that you couldn't see in through their dark tinted windows. You better be careful there. You can't see in during the daytime, but if you can see out from the inside out in the daytime, then someone can see from the outside in. So you're not getting as much privacy as you think you are. Really test that with the bright lights on and in complete darkness. One of my favorite ways of covering up the back hatch for privacy and to really block light is to take a throw blanket like this, either black or really dark blue. In fact, it's really best if you can double it over as far as light coming through if you're serious about stealth, and attach it across the top of the hatch with little magnets. Now this is great for insulation and stealth and privacy, of course. You just put the hatch down and you can see that it's really dark. You can't see anything in there. If it rains at all, this will wick the water in and this blanket will be soaked. One time I was in a great spot at a Cracker Barrel and I had my blanket cover across the back, which was great. And I knew that it wasn't going to rain, and it didn't. But I didn't think about the sprinklers coming on for several hours at night. And that blanket was sopping wet. I know most people put a curtain right behind the front seats for privacy, but my dogs both sleep in the front. You can see how dark my windows are all the way around. So I think that's as stealthy as I'm going to be able to get. Be sure to buy a roll of Reflectix that is higher than the height of your window. Have the grain vertical and the cover will stand up better. You can see how it'll stand up if you set it on the edge this way with the grain going up and down. But if you turn it the other way, it's just going to flop over, and that's what it's going to do in your window too. I used Reflectix covered by flat black wallpaper. Then I cut a piece of Coroplast, which is a plastic cardboard, and covered that with this wood look contact paper. Then I glued all those layers together. I bought a sunshade made for trucks for my front windshield because it's a little bit bigger than the ones that are made for cars, so it fits in there a lot tighter. These pop-up sunshades are black on one side and silver on the other. This tip isn't for windows, of course. People put carpets out beside their RVs and their vans, or a tarp. While I really like those, sometimes it can be kind of hard to clean them off before you fold them up to put them somewhere in your vehicle. So what I've found pretty useful here is this bamboo bath mat. Now it folds up. Then when you want to clean this, all you do is just take your little whisk brush and brush it off. Thank you for joining me on my 3-month anniversary. I made it to the sunset on the beach, but I didn't stay overnight. In fact, I didn't even stay to watch the stars. I'll get braver, I promise. 15 miles of free dispersed camping on a beach, and hardly anybody was there. I hope you'll join me to see if I ever make it to the Redwood Forest. If you want to follow along, you could subscribe and give the video a like. Thank you.